Hello! I am so happy to see you guys. My name is Allison Lighthizer. Happy Sunday. I wanted to get on here and talk to you about what we can do to rescue ourselves when we are in a state of panic, stress, anxiety, overwhelm, or if, this is Sunday. Traditionally, this is a Sabbath day where we are intentionally bringing rest into our lives, into our daily practice. And sometimes we can't actually rest because our nervous system, our brain is so hardwired for stress. So I wanted to show you a quick exercise that you can do yourself and help you feel more calm, more peaceful, more balanced. And the practice that I have, the clinical practice that I have, and my own practice really has shown us to be super effective. And I love it because when we have our brain has this choice to make, and sometimes it's not a choice. There's two gears of the nervous system, and there is one called sympathetic, which is fight, flight, or freeze, and there's one called parasympathetic, which is rest, digest, and heal. And sometimes we're so used to being in that fight, flight, or freeze, and that causes a lot of issues for us, right? It makes us feel stressed. Makes us have trouble sleeping. It makes us have trouble digesting. It makes us have trouble with inflammation and that whole hormonal cascade, hormonal imbalance. And so we want to do things, we want to teach ourselves how to implement and plant the seeds so that we can bring ourselves back into that rest, digest, and heal mode of the nervous system. And this actually is so important because we're going around in our daily lives and stress is inevitable. We are always going to encounter something that is stressful, and the last couple of years have been incredibly stressful. They've been so much more than we had before, and it's really important now more than ever to take this into our own hands. So we need to teach ourselves because we can't always rely on practitioners or appointments that are 3 weeks out to help us get into a better spot. When we get triggered, or when we know we might get triggered, we need to start getting ourselves primed to do that parasympathetic activity, that rest, digest, and heal. So we can be balanced, we can connect with people in the way that we want to, we can be the best version of ourselves, not the stressed out, frazzled, harrowed version of ourselves, right? So this little technique is a breathing technique. And the breathing techniques are amazing because they're really a back door to the nervous system. If my brain is in fight, flight, or freeze, it thinks that a tiger is chasing me. So if I can, through my breathing, say like, okay, I'm taking deep breaths, my brain's gonna be like, oh my gosh, we would not be taking deep breaths right now if a tiger was chasing me. Maybe there's not a tiger chasing me. And it can start to reevaluate and start to calm down and balance. So I love doing some breathing exercises to get that back door into the nervous system. Because when you are trying to meditate, when you're trying to be calm, it's not always a choice, right? Because your limbic system, that survival brain, can be in the driver's seat. And we just want to say like, hey, it's okay. You don't have to drive. You can ride in the passenger seat. I'll drive you. I'll be your chauffeur, and bring a little bit more calm, more choices, really, because we don't have a lot of choices when we're backed into a corner and we're feeling threatened. So this is making our nervous system more flexible. It's making our nervous system more willing to shift and change and heal. So for the breathing exercise, I want you guys to just take a little check-in on a scale of 1 to 10. How are you feeling? And you can put it down below if you want. You can put it down below in the chat where you are now. Scale of 1 to 10. If you're an 8 right now, if you're a 2, just put it in the chat below. And we're going to test that afterwards as well. So when we are feeling really anxious, when we're feeling really overwhelmed, the right frontal lobe, this part of our brain, gets very overactive. And so to balance that, we're going to stimulate the left part of our brain here. And when this is downregulated and this is upregulated, we can start to help to stimulate this, to bring this up, and this will start to come down. So the research is that in about 7 seconds, our anxiety will start to calm. It'll start to change and shift our brain. And one of the things that is really cool is that we can add a smell to our breathing to make it even richer for our body, for our nervous system's experience of having it be tangible and real. And it works with any citrus essential oil. I'm going to use lemon right now. So I'm just going to put it on my hand. And I'm just mirroring you. So if you're not a mirroring person, just know we're going to close our right nostril and breathe through our left side. Because when you breathe in through your left nostril, you're actually stimulating your left frontal lobe. So a lot of things are crisscross in the brain and in the body, but for the nostrils, same side does the same side. So I put some lemon essential oil on my hand, and I'm going to close my right nostril. So I'm closing my right nostril. Forgot I was mirroring you. I'm closing my right nostril so I can breathe through my left side and stimulate my left frontal lobe, which is going to bring my right frontal lobe back into balance, and that's going to calm my brain. Okay, so let's try it together. So we'll do like 10-ish seconds. Okay. You can close your eyes. You can imagine that you're feeling safe. You can imagine using your whole rib cage to breathe these breaths. I'm smelling the lemon. It's really flooding my senses, and the breath is helping my nervous system to reevaluate, to calm down. That feels good. So let me know in the comments below what your number is now, because often it'll shift, it'll change. We're doing something for our brain, and so our brain changes. Neuroplasticity is a real thing. So I love teaching people how to train their own brains so that they can be the best version of themselves and they can have a vibrant, healthy life. And so much of disease, inflammation, pain comes from the brain. All symptoms are manufactured by the brain, but they're felt in the body. So if you have symptoms, if you have stress, if you have anxiety, let's connect, and I can teach you some more things for you to have a more fulfilled, more balanced brain and a better experience as a human. So I'm actually doing a free 3-day training coming up in August. It's August 15th, 16th, and 17th. It's called the Wellness Jumpstart. And I'm going to be talking to you all about the brain and about detox and about how to heal your body. So a little bit about me is that I actually used to be quadriplegic. I used to be paralyzed from the neck down. I'm not now. I could do a little dance for you. And I love teaching people and walking with them through their healing journey because that was a big part of my story. And I didn't always believe that I could get better, but now I know it's possible. It was possible for me, and it's possible for you. And I think the body is so worth fighting for, and I want to give you the tools to do that. So let me know in the comments below if you want the link to register for that free 3-day Wellness Jumpstart. And I look forward to chatting with you guys soon. Let me know if you try it and how it goes. All right. Happy Sunday. Happy resting.